Hey guys, it's M4J here, and welcome to sort of the Majeffries network here on OpenTCD. I'll get straight to the point, shall I? I'm not going to beat around the bush here. This series is going on a break. I don't know how long it'll be. Originally I tweeted last week, I think it was, that it would be for a week or two. It might well be longer than that. And there's a few reasons behind it. First and foremost, subscriber numbers. That's the biggest reason. Now this series is probably the most popular series on my channel that's currently being produced. It is not the most popular series on my channel. Let me just put my phone on silent. It's not the most popular series on my channel. It's not even the second most popular series on my channel. The most popular series is Cities in Motion 2, which dates back to something like four years ago. And You Don't Want Anything with Kids is also more popular. The last time I checked, might not be the case anymore, but at the time of me recording this, that is the case. And I've been having a lot of conversations with a lot of different people about subscriber numbers and just the pure frustration that's come from it. As a lot of you will know, YouTube have changed their policy recently. Well, I say recently, it was as of the 1st of January, I believe it was. And what that meant was all channels with less than 1,000 subscribers lost their status as part of the partnership program. If you go and check on my channel, you'll see that I'm way below 1,000 subscribers, so I lost my status on the partnership program. And that's not the bit that fusses me. You know, I always say the money isn't important right now. You know, I'm a university student, I work on university projects. I don't really need to worry about making a living just yet, although in 3 or 4 months time I will need to worry about it, and people have asked me about that, and asked me a year ago, and I'd have given you a confident answer of when I graduate I want to work in YouTube content creation. I want to take my channel full time, and I want to work really hard making videos and making content that people enjoy, making people happy, that kind of thing, whilst also of course making myself happy. Because of this new policy change, I no longer feel happy with my channel. It was literally an overnight thing, because whilst I was still monetized, I had a status within YouTube, which meant, you know, I could use YouTube's audio libraries. I was part of a network, which I still am. I can still do both of those things, but also I had more of a voice, I think is the right way of saying it, because when you're a partner with YouTube, they do listen to you more. And things like YouTube Space in London and Hiatus meetings and things like that, I had a position where I could actually go to those if I wished. Now that I've dropped below, well, I've not dropped below anything, now that I'm below this threshold that they've suddenly decided they want to introduce, I'm still part of the network, but I've lost my footing there slightly. I won't go into details on that because it's really between me and them, and to be honest, they still do a very good job, and it's not their fault that these changes have happened, because they've actually been fighting the other way to try and keep it going for as long as possible, but YouTube decided, you know, this new policy change and all of that kind of thing. But yeah, I've lost my status as a partner, and with that I've lost a lot of perks that I used to have as a partner. When it first happened, I wasn't that fussed because I was still making videos. You know, my OpenTCD videos were getting 100 views within a week, which is pretty damn good for a channel of my size. You know, that's an eighth of my sub count was actually watching my content within a week of the upload, which is pretty good, I would say. Oh, that's me knocking something over. I'm not doing a very good job here. Let me just move all this stuff out of the way. There we go. So yeah, I wasn't that fussed to start with, but here's my issue. As soon as the policy change was announced, I made a video where I mentioned that this was happening. It was included in one of these episodes, and I think I mentioned it in all of my series at the time of recording episodes. And I said to you guys as an audience, if you want this channel to survive, you're going to have to do your bit as well. And I'm not expecting people to stand on street corners handing out flyers saying, hey, there's this channel called M4J Gaming, go and subscribe. But it's kind of, when I was growing up, I was surrounded by quite a few like-minded people, and even now, actually, when I find a new channel that I enjoy, I recommend it to people. I go to my brother, I go to my friends and say, hey, this is a really cool channel I found, you should go check it out. I don't say you have to subscribe to them or anything like that, but it's word of mouth. It's how channels grow. You say to them, you know, this is cool, I enjoy it, you might enjoy it, and then it's up to them whether they want to subscribe or not. And that's basically what I was asking from my audience, was if you know anyone who has any interest similar to what these videos are made about, tell them about the channel. And you know, I had 870 subscribers at the time. If every single person recommended my channel just once to one other person, I could have doubled my sub count. So what's that, 1,740 I think it would be, and that would have been well above the 1,000 threshold. I would have got my status back, I would have been able to access the perks again, and all would have been well. But this is what I don't like about YouTube, and it's nothing to do with YouTube itself, it's the people who use it. A lot of my audience seem to think I'm only here for their purpose, like their entertainment, their enjoyment. A lot of people have this entitlement feeling of I owe them something, and that's what I'm tired of with this series in particular. This series was supposed to be a forum where we could talk about rail news, we could talk about you know, roads, networks, transport, all that kind of thing. It was supposed to encourage conversation, and it was supposed to be fun. It was supposed to be me building networks, you guys building your own networks in your own time, and we all share ideas and we all build something that we're all really pleased with and proud of. What it turned into, especially over the last few weeks, is I will build something and the only comments I will get is people saying, why did you do it like that? And not like out of curiosity, but almost out of aggressiveness, like, why have you done it not the way I want you to do it, kind of thing. And that's not what YouTube should be about. That's not what my channel is about anyway. My channel is about supporting, encouraging, nurturing ideas and turning them into impressive projects. Even things where you might have an idea and you think, oh, it's not that good, but you do it anyway, and then it turns out it's a really good project. So that's what this series was meant to be about, but there's too much negativity on my channel at the moment, and there's too many people thinking that I owe them something. And it gets to the point where if I miss an upload for a genuine reason, like a family bereavement or university work takes priority, people do still, like, I always tweet out and say in advance there won't be a video, and if I can I'll explain why. People still get really angsty about lack of content, and it really shows in the view count, because if I miss an upload, I know that the next video will have a fraction of what it should have in terms of viewership, because people just switch off and they go away and they go and do something else, and it doesn't feel like a positive atmosphere on this channel anymore. You know, people ask me about Cities in Motion 2, why did I stop making it? And the reason is, at the time I was making that series, I was a struggling engineering student, and eventually it all kind of caught up on me, and I ended up taking half a year off and then transferring to the degree that I'm doing now, which, go off on a tangent slightly, if there's anyone out there in a similar position, if you're at a university and if you're really struggling and you don't see a way out, go talk to someone, because there's always someone there that will help you, trust me. I know that from first-hand experience. But anyway, so I stopped making Cities in Motion videos for like a month, I think it was, and every single day I would have 2 or 3 people message me or comment on a video saying, when's it coming back? And to me that suggested that there was a group of people that were just sat there waiting for the next upload. So when I was in a better position, I made a series of, I think it was like 10 videos, something like that, all in one go. Was really pleased with them, really finely edited. I think I just got my new editing software as well, so I put a lot of attention into these videos, uploaded them with a big fanfare, tweeted out saying, hey, series is back, and 2 people watched it. And then the next video came out and 5 people watched it, and then the next video came out and maybe 10 people watched it. And it sort of got to the point where I thought, I'm in a position where I feel like I'm owing these people, and I'm feeling bad because I feel like I'm letting them down by not uploading content. And then when I do my end of the bargain, they're all off doing, you know, they've lost interest, they've unsubscribed, they're watching someone else, they've given up complaining. And that's what this series is like as well. I'll miss an upload. Say I'll miss on Monday because I haven't been able to get the video out on time. And I always say I'd rather miss an upload than upload a bad video because I've rushed it. So I'll always tweet out with a good like 4 hours in advance. No video tonight, guys. Couldn't get it done in time. See you all on Friday. And then Friday's episode comes out and half the people watch it because the other people have lost interest and disappeared. So yeah, this series is pretty much in a position now where I'm not enjoying making videos on this series. I love playing the game. Joker's brought out loads of new cool features on his latest patch releases, and I'll be downloading the patches and I'll be playing the game. And I will still be making videos as I'm building stuff on this network. I just will not be uploading them to my channel until I feel like the channel is in a better position for the content. And if that means I lose 100 subscribers overnight, then so be it, because those 100 people were never interested in what I was doing anyway. They're loud, shouty, obnoxious people that if things aren't done their way, they go off and do something else. And I kind of want to lose those people. I don't want people like that watching my content. I don't want people like that saying that they're fans of my stuff, because they're not. And it's very obvious that they're not. And there are people. I'll give some examples. So when I first started this series, I mean, comments weren't coming thick and fast, but it was always things like, "Hey, have you tried doing this?" or "I really like the way you've done this," or "You've inspired me to go build my network again." That kind of thing. And the best comments I used to get were on Cities of Motion 2, where people would say, "I wasn't interested in playing this game until I saw you play it, and now I've gone out and bought the game." And again, it's nothing to do with the money. I wasn't getting sponsorship or anything, but it's the fact that I like inspiring people, and I like sharing my ideas, and I like seeing what other people are doing too. So that's how this series started. That's how Cities of Motion started. And then by the end, it was just a barrage of people going, "You've done this wrong, you've done that wrong. Why did you do it like this? Why did you do it like that? I told you to do it this way." And can you see the difference? Like it just went from being really positive to really negative. No one comments nice things on my videos anymore. No one says, "I really like the way you've done this." No one says, "You've inspired me." No one says, "Hey, I've built this, what do you think?" It's all negative. And at that point, I switch off and I just think, okay, I'm only playing the game for me now. I'm not making videos for people like that, and I'm not making an effort. I've said before, you know, the biggest videos on this channel, they take 12 hours from start to finish to make. And I mean, that's a rough approximation. Some of them take 5 hours, some of them take 18 hours. And that includes planning, recording, editing, rendering, and then uploading. And also making things like the thumbnail, choosing video titles, all that kind of thing. It takes a lot of time, and it's not worth me doing if no one's going to watch it, and it's certainly not worth doing if people are only going to say negative things about it. You know my policy now on my channel. If anyone annoys me to the extent that I ban them, the only way they can get unbanned is to produce a video to the quality that they demand within the time frame that I have. So if someone criticizes me saying the audio is out of sync, then I ban them. This is a repeating thing, by the way, not if they just say it once. If they say it once, that's fine. But if it's the same person on the 6th time saying your audio is out of sync, which really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, they'll get banned. And the only way they can get unbanned from my channel is if they make a video with impeccable audio quality within a 6-hour window, which is probably the time it took me to make that video in the first place. That's the policy. That's how I want to run things from now on. And this series, as I say, is on ice. I love the game. People ask me, you know, I've had people ask me this week actually what my motivations were for playing this game, why I kept trying to make a series on it. OpenTTD is a nostalgia game for me. I was born in the 90s, born in 93. I'll actually check the exact date that this happened. It was when I was in my very early years. I got 3 games on the PC. One of them was Roller Coaster Tycoon, which I now continue in Planet Coaster. One of which was Railroad Tycoon, which I sort of continue in an amalgamation of all my content. And the other one was Transport Tycoon. Now, the original Transport Tycoon came out in '94. The version I played was Transport Tycoon Deluxe, which came out in 95. I think I bought it in 97, 98. Yes, I was very young, 4, 5, 6 maybe years old when I got the game. I think it was around then. I might have been a little bit older. Some of my memories are a bit meshed. But I bought the original Transport Tycoon Deluxe, and I played the hell out of that game. I'd play for like 10 hours a day on that game, building all these networks, trying to work within the limitations of the game as well. And then as I got older, I stopped playing it, and I started moving on to things like Football Manager and Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 and Cities in Motion 2. And then out of nowhere, I found a video on YouTube of someone playing this game called OpenTTD, which was Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe, for those of you that don't know. And not only was it the same game, like visually, this is pretty much the same graphics as Transport Tycoon had, but it had all of the things that I wanted the original Transport Tycoon Deluxe to have, such as path signals, the ability to timetable your trains, the ability to build these huge networks that run efficiently rather than just have trains constantly pile up on one another. And I got the game. The day I saw that video, I downloaded the game. It's free to play. You don't need any additional software. You just download the game and you play it. And I made a video and uploaded it, and it didn't do very well. And then a few weeks later, I did a live stream where I loaded up the game and played it. Uploaded that to my channel. It didn't do very well. I think I did that another time as well. Live streamed it, uploaded it, didn't do very well. And then eventually I had like Last Chance Saloon, the very first map that I ever played, and in this series I should say. And I made a video, uploaded it, and it got like 200 views or something. And straight away I was like, I'm onto something. And that's what I like about this channel, is I can make a video, upload it, and suddenly realise that there are other people out there who have the same interest as me. Because I'm the only member of my family that has any interest in this kind of networking. Everyone else, you know, my brother's interested in golf and geocaching and things like that. My parents are both interested in steam locomotives, but they're not really interested in railways as a whole. And it was always this misconception when I was younger. Everyone assumed I was interested in trains. I wasn't. I was interested in railways. I like trains. You know, trains are nice. They do their job. But I prefer studying the things that the trains run on, which is the track and the network. And it's only in recent years that I've found more like-minded people like that. And it's really, really exciting to be able to sit down with people and have a conversation, which is what this series was supposed to be. As I said, you know, earlier on in this video, that's what it was supposed to be. But anyway, I'm going to talk for hours if I don't stop this video soon. So this video is going up on the Friday. There will be a new series starting on Monday that will replace the Majeffries network until such time that the Majeffries network returns, in which case it will go back to its Monday, Friday slots, and the new series will be moved to a different slot, probably also on Mondays and Fridays. But 8 PM seems to be my prime time slot, so I want the new series to go there for the time being. I'm sorry that it's come to this. There are some genuinely nice people out there who've said genuinely nice things. You know, they send me private messages, they comment on videos, they say good things about the stuff, but I was saying this to someone yesterday. Normally for every one good comment you'll get 10 bad ones. But at the moment on this channel there's no good comments and there's 20 bad ones. It's just toxic, I think is the right word. It is toxic, and I could do with clearing out some of the people who are saying negative things all the time. So this is my own YouTube purge. If you find, after you watch this video, if Monday rolls around and you can no longer access the channel, then I'm afraid you were one of the people that was overtly negative about absolutely everything. There are a couple of people who were on strikes. We'll gloss over those now, because to be honest, I think at the time I introduced those strikes to people, I was in a bit of a bad mood anyway. So some people will just get banned because they've been annoying me for months, if not years. Some people who were on strikes will go back to a clean slate, and we'll start again with a brand new series on Monday. So yeah, once again guys, I'm sorry it's come to this. It's not finished. This series is not finished. Even, you know, today, this morning, I was sat down typing up episode plans, which I will continue to update, by the way. So if you do want to see, if you are feeling nosy, you can go over and check out the episode plans, and you can see what will be in the pipeline for the future. But despite the fact I will be making the videos, they won't be uploaded for a long time still. And yeah, we'll call it there, I suppose. So thank you very much for watching this. Thank you very much to everyone who has supported the series and has supported the channel. Not thank you to everyone who's been negative and just bitter, or whatever you would call it. I'm being bitter about it now because it's got to the point, you know, it's gone too far. But yeah, thank you everyone who supported the channel. If you want to talk to me about the series, and if you want to talk to me about ideas that you've had, or if you want to share any ideas that you've got, there are links in the description to my social media, and I think if you go on my website, there's a link there to my business email as well. So you can always email pictures over. Don't email viruses, because that won't do you very well. But yeah, if people want to talk about it, you know where to find me. And until then, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon.